The second thing which is attached to this is the friends. And this is one of the epidemic of the era. And people, they don't want to accept, they don't want to change. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about friendship in the Quran in a very harsh way. In such a way, every human being, if you have common sense, you're going to stay and watch and bring the names and the picture of all of your friends and select the best and go with them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَيَوْمَ يَعَضُّ الظَّالِمُ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا. Normally, if you regret, you will take your finger and put in your mouth and you bite it. That's it. This is fact. People, they regret, and then you will take your finger and put one finger. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, on the last day, you will see the oppressor is going to take his two hands, all of the fingers, and put them in his mouth. Why? He will say, I wish I took the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be the best of my friends. That's one. Ya waylata laytani lam attakhidh fulanan khalila. He will say, I wish, woe be to me, he will say, I wish I did not take so and so and so person to be my friend. And then he will mention what happened. Is he going to benefit? No. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his hadith, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring you back according to the religion of your friend. So therefore he said you have to look and make sure that your friends, they are the best. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring you back according to the nature of and the religion of your friends. If your friends are excellent, most likely you're going to come like them. Why is this? Because this one you don't need any explanation, because it's nature of the human beings. The Arabs, they have one very excellent poetry. They said, "Anil mar'i la tas'al wasal an qarinihi, fa kullu qarinin bil muqarani yaqtadi." If you want to know about someone, the best way to know this person, don't ask about him directly. Ask who are his friends. Because normally, naturally, you cannot convince me that out of 100 people, these people, they used to go together, they eat together, they do everything together. Everyone is drinking wine except one. It will be very difficult. You have to produce. It is possible, no problem, but it is too difficult to convince people to understand, because normally if this one is drinking, the other one also is going to drink. It starts with one, because they go all together, the other one is going to be shy. One day he is going to join the train. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ said you have to look and make sure that your friend, they are the best. They are the best. The Prophet ﷺ, in this last hadith that I mentioned about this, he said, "La tusahib illa mu'minan, wa la yakul ta'amaka illa taqi." He said, don't you ever take someone to be your friend if this person is not a believer. You see, you have Islam, Muslim, and you have mu'min. Everyone knows that mu'min is better than Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ said, make sure that your friend is mu'min, not only Muslim. And he said, and make sure that the one who's going to eat your food is a believer also, is someone who fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why the Prophet ﷺ said this? Because of what we have mentioned. If you go with someone, most probably you're going to go with him. So that's why my suggestion here is, whenever you decide to make a friend, make sure that your friend, they're better than you. Don't you ever take someone who is lower than your position. Unless if you cannot find. Yeah, sometimes in this era, in the place you live in, you cannot find. Either down or at least the same level. So if you cannot find someone to go with who is better than you, take someone who is like you. Yeah. But don't you ever take someone who is lower than your position to be your best and closest friend that you go with. Because 100% surely he is going to make you weak. Yeah. People, they used to be deceived. No, inshallah, I will turn them to be like me. And then what will happen? After a few days, they turn him to be like them. They said someone married a woman, she's from the Shia Madhab people, they said, what's wrong with you? He said, no, I will change her to be. And you know the power of the sisters with the husband. And they found him later on, he was almost converted to Shia sister. Why? Because of the Shia that he's with. This is nature. You cannot change the system. This is how Allah SWT fixed it. That's why the Prophet ﷺ reminded you to make sure that the one who's going to be your friend is the best. What are the benefit of taking this type of personality? As I gave you the example, if you have a good and excellent friend, he will always command you to do good deeds. And whenever you did something, he's going to ask you to stop. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-mu'minu mir'atu akhihi al-mu'min. إِذَا وَجَدَ فِيهِ عَيْبًا أَصْلَحَهُ. Mu'min, a believer, is like a mirror to another believer. Whenever he finds something deficient in his brother, he's going to fix it. You see, when you go out, you just look at the mirror and fix this and that. So mu'min is like this. I go out, I have some weaknesses, I did something wrong. Sometimes I don't realize that I'm doing something wrong. Sheikh Master is going to look at me and say, Brother Ibrahim, this is wrong. You have to fix it. The Prophet ﷺ said this and that. And then I will say, Wallahi, I did not know. Thank you very much. This is the real brotherhood. If my brother is going to see me committing sin and just walk away and leave me doing it, this is my enemy. He's not a brother. And this is what is going on these days. I can see someone, I call him my friend, my brother, and all this, but he will never ask me to stop doing sin. And some of them, you talk to them, they already know. Ibrahim asked, just go and advise him to stop committing sin. I will say, what? No, he already know. No need. What do you already know? Without reminder, you would never be like this. The first time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned something about hell, and people, they have to be aware of hell, and still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the first page till the end of the Quran, He kept on reminding you after every few pages about hell. Why? Why didn't He say that you already know? Finish. Reminded you already know. Because the nature of human being is like this. Imagine someone is in hell. There's definitely, yes, in human being, they need reminder to make tawbah. Someone is in hell, and he got all of the problem. He was crying, screaming, jumping up and down, yelling, and he was asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send him out of hell, promising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you take me out of it, I promise you to worship you if I go back to the world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him, no way. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَوْ دُولَ عَدُ. Can you imagine this? Someone in hell, you see hell, and you do the same thing? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, believe me, if I take them back to the world, they're going to forget, they will do the same mistake. This is human being. So that means I need, whenever I see my brother doing something wrong, I go to him, I say to him, brother, stop it. Whenever I see my sister doing something wrong, I go to her, I ask her to stop it. Because if I don't remind them, maybe they forget based on their own nature. I cannot say that, yes, this is this and that. You yourself look at your nature. Sometimes when something bad happened to you, you become humble, back to Allah. After a few days, what happened? It's gone. Why? Because the thing that reminded you now is not present. You need it to come back again. And this is the job of the scholars and the dua. That's why the job becomes the best job that someone can ever do to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the importance of staying with good friends, good people, staying next to them. Because sometimes if they don't talk to you, you're just going to see their own righteousness, and then you will try to become like them. Yeah. That's why the Prophet ﷺ gave many examples about this. So that's why I said one of the obstacles that are preventing people and depriving them from making tawbah is the friendship, the people they are going with, or the place they are staying with. So that's why